Priestess, Ace of Wands, Justice. Ooh, someone's been doing a little prayer, a little magic. The reason why I say prayer is because Justice is here. It's an evening of forces, and you're lighting a fire underneath somebody's ass. The Moon and the Seven of Swords. One more. The Page of Wands. So I feel like you are like this female in this Page of Wands card. She's a baton twirler. She's dancing. She's throwing actions around, right? She's very active, and it's starting to pay off. There is something here. We have the Moon with the High Priestess, which is double moon energy. There's a lot of things below the surface about you that a lot of people don't realize, they don't know, they don't even comprehend. If you told them who you really were, where you came from, right? The Moon is illuminating. It shows you your feelings. It shows you the good and the bad, the light and the dark. And you are able to witness more of that when there's a full moon, right? Like when you're in a dark forest, you can actually see more of the way when the moon is bright and full. And the High Priestess also is someone that encompasses the moon. She is the moon. She's very in tune with her emotions, with her intuition, inward feeling, right? It's not the sun where it's outward and it's fiery and it's happy. Not to say the moon is unhappy, but someone is doing a lot of work beneath the surface. It's kind of giving me a seed that's just about to poke up out of the ground. And there's some sort of divine justice that you will be having that is regarding the Seven of Swords. Somehow you're going to get justice in this scenario that you've kind of walked away from. So let's see, what is the Seven of Swords all about? What are you walking away from? The Magician. You were walking away from your own intuition. You weren't taking into account the intuition messages that you were receiving from yourself or from just you thinking. You know, you were in a scenario where your intuition was telling you something and you were ignoring it. And it's strange. There's a lot of magic here. We have the Magician, the High Priestess, the Moon, the Ace of Wands, which is all about sparking new beginnings. You know, she has it in her third eye. So there's a lot of inward. There's a lot of cards here with all of their eyes are closed. This is an inward force that you've been manifesting. And at some point you disconnected from your true self. What else with the Seven of Swords? You will be getting justice for this though. So it does turn around, I think, for the better. It might involve legal, but I feel like it's more spiritual with this. We have the Two of Wands. There's planning, right? There's a lot of inward planning, a lot of thinking. There's the Ten of Wands. Feeling burdened with all this. Here's the thing about intuition and you ignoring your own self. You'll learn the lesson eventually, and it's going to hurt. But sometimes you have to get your knees scraped a few times to understand the rule with your intuition. And that's also getting to know your intuition and trusting it, which takes a while. It takes sometimes to make mistakes to really be like, oh, damn, I knew that. I knew that, but I didn't listen to myself. Why didn't I listen to myself? Right? So Eventually when you are, say you're in a predicament and your intuition is screaming at you to do something and you know it, right? You know the message, but you ignore it, you choose to ignore it. You choose to do anything different about it. You choose to go down a different path at all with 2 and 3 of Wands. You chose to stay around, right? And in whatever scenario you were in, and you did not listen to yourself. So after some time of being in a really in a situation where you feel like you're drowning almost, but you know also that you're not doing anything about it, right? Like you're disconnecting, right? Like with this card, you're disconnecting from your true self, your true intuition, your true manifestation skills. The Ace of Wands and the Magician are very similar to me, right? You are someone that's very intuitive, but along the way, someone or something cut you off from that. And that becomes very burdensome to yourself because you know somewhere in your heart, in your gut, in your mind, wherever you want to call it, in your body, somehow, you're getting the message that you're ignoring yourself. So now it's going to burden you in other ways until you finally learn the lesson. It's going to be a hard lesson. 10 of Swords. Like this comes out in perfect timing while I'm saying it. The 10 of Swords. So we have the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. The two shittiest cards that you get, like you don't want the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. That means just ultimate, you're just flattened by life like a pancake, right? You're hurt by people. You are overburdened. You are desperate. And that's a really dark place to be in. And somehow you found yourself in this dark place all of a sudden. The High Priestess found herself in a dark place because she cut herself off from her intuition. Now, even if you don't understand your own intuition, or you don't understand intuition in general because you don't practice it, everyone does it, everyone has it, everyone can access it. It's just the difference of people that practice getting in tune with theirs and people that just shut it off and pretend like it's fake. So if you are someone that, let's see, Page of Cups, someone that's curious about the unknown or other things in life besides what's in front of your face, you'll start to realize that intuition is very real. And I'm getting chills right now even just thinking of it, because it's an energy that guides you, and it's there to protect you and save you and keep you safe and show you the way. And once you know that you can trust your signs and signals, you can float through life a little bit more confident, I'd say, because even in a midst of being, in a place where you don't feel confident, you could still rely on yourself at the end of the day to feel your way out of things or feel your way into things, right? Sometimes people, I don't know, it's kind of giving me the energy of like, I want to go on vacation. I don't know, where you want to go? I don't know. Like, pick a random place. Then you pick this random place and someone asks you, why do you want to go there? Right? It's just like, I don't know. Something just calls me to this place. I have no idea why. I just think this culture, I connect with this other culture, or I connect with this building or this place or whatever it is, right? I think at this point, we have the Star coming out with the Queen of Wands, with the Ace of Wands. We have so much magic and light work, I'm going to call it. A lot of people use fancy, fluffy names for energy work. But there are a lot of things you could do to practice your energy work. There's Reiki, there's psychic, practices, to develop your own intuition and be really in tune with it. My cat loves Reiki, and he shows me every day that it's real, because sometimes people are like, oh, I can't see it, it's not real. But if you've never felt it for yourself, if you've never had someone do it to you, you can't really say anything. And a lot of people are so closed off that they almost reject the idea before even trying it out. open-mindedly, but I'll do it to my cat and he will purr the loudest I've ever heard him purr ever for anything else. And it's just a sign that shows you that energy work is real and it's powerful, and it's healing. And it's also a way to be on guard. It's on guard for you. So you ever been in a room where the energy is just off and you just feel like this vibe is weird, or something feels weird? It's like almost like electricity in the air. Or, you know, it could be a good vibe too, where you walk into a creative room and you're just like, I love this feeling. You know, it could be in a gym and everyone's working out really hard and getting it that day, right? And you're just like, I'm gonna ride this wave, right? It can go in all different ways, but your intuition is in tune with the energy before you are. When you start thinking about it, we rationalize things a lot, and we actually forget that there's things that we just can't describe in a way that will prove to anyone that is a naysayer that it doesn't work. But if you've ever had anyone do Reiki to you, you can have your eyes closed and you'll feel the person next to you before they even touch you. And besides feeling them, you see a bright light, even with your eyes closed. This is light work in action. There's a lot of different ways to do it and manipulate our energies. And the more you practice it, I think I'm getting from this spread is that whoever you are, you've been practicing a lot of this. You've really been inquisitive about learning new practices. You've been open-minded, and you've been actually doing things to practice your own intuition, to strengthen your confidence, strengthen your sight, your foresight, and to learn to listen to how your body is giving you signs and signals, either physically, mentally, auditorily, like it could, through synchronicities, however you connect. You'll start to become more and more aware of these signs on a daily basis throughout life, through any time of the week, any time of the day, whoever you're next to. You'll start feeling different energies around people, and you'll learn to listen to them in your body when it says like, oh wait, something is making me like feel very uneasy right now, but this person's so nice, they're so charming, everyone loves them. But when you're around them, they're evil. Like they feel creepy, right? Like you can even see it like coming out of their faces. But to everyone else, they're like a slithery snake, like, just walking around, being fake, basically. You have to learn how to listen to the energy coming out of people, and not the words, not their facial expressions, because we can all put on masks and we can all kiss each other's asses enough to seem likable, but actually be a complete bitch or be a complete dick, or whatever you want to call it. Like, people can put on a facade real easily and get the masses to like them over false pretenses. But deep down inside, they're ugly, they're hateful, they're spiteful, they're just growling gremlins, like walking around. So you have to learn to listen to how your body feels being around certain people, even if you can't rationalize or describe or what it actually is that is making you feel this way. Like you can inquire that at a later time. But if someone is giving you the creeps or chills, or even in a good way, like I don't know this person, but I'm just like, I know I like them. Like it can go good or bad, but learn to start paying attention to how your body actually feels, and try to keep your mind open to however you already think about this person, because we all have pretenses about who people are. We want people to be a certain way. We want to give everyone a fair chance at being good or whatever, but sometimes that's not a good outcome that comes from that. So you have to learn to trust yourself, trust your third eye, really start practicing things with your third eye, meditate on your feelings, learn to trust the feelings in your body. And if you can't even get to that point, just learn to start becoming aware of the feelings in your body, all the feelings, not just emotional, just physical feelings in your body. You know, that's why yoga is so good, because we learn to become aware of our internal state and our physical bodies, and every day changes. Every person is different. Everyone is coming from a different scenario. Every day is completely new, you know, for all of us. So you can't compare yourself to someone next to you in a class. You have to always just compare yourself to yourself yesterday. And the more you become in tune with all the sensations that your body gives you, then you can start to be in tune with your intuition. You'll start learning the differences and become more wise.